Good morning, Niagara. You're tuned into Car Connection, where the coffee's hot, the tools are ready, and the talk is always tuned up. I'm your host, Dial Motormouth Jenkins, coming to you straight from the Car Connection workshop, where we mix a little humor, a little know how, and a whole lot of horsepower. Here, it's not just about fixing cars, it's about keeping you rolling, saving you money, and giving you the confidence to understand what's under that hood. From the classics to the commuters, the weird noises to the what the heck moments, we've got you covered. So grab your coffee. If you're just tripping through the drive through, double check your order. Just saying, lock it down in your cup holder and sit back. Keep an eye on the other guy and the road. You know who he is. And join the crew this morning because this is Car Connection, your Monday through Saturday morning pit stop for stories, smarts, a few good laughs. And I'm Niall Motormouth Jenkins here to shift and drive us where we need to get going. So thank you for allowing us into your car this morning or wherever you are listening from. If this is the first time tuning in, we're glad to have you on board with us. So welcome. There are a lot of moving pieces to the Car Connection workshop after putting behind us 31 years. We wrapped up in late October, beginning of November on radio with our live call-in automotive program called Car Connection. And we were on a number of networks for all that time and created a lot of listener base. And now we're spreading our wings now, north, south, east, and west, and not, just limited to a certain group of people. Now we can reach and help a lot more. And our program is always about the 5 things you'll always learn. So if you think, oh, it's just an automotive program, no, not this one. This one is specifically designed to teach you the basic fundamentals of owning and operating an automobile, because at some point, it's called vehicle ownership. So stay with me. We have a great topic for you this morning: the 5 common mistakes that cost drivers thousands. That's right, thousands. And I could go on for hours talking about those 5 common mistakes that cost drivers thousands, because I see it and have seen it. Being licensed since 1988, I have my light truck and passenger, highway trucks, coaches, diesels, equipment license, and my HVAC license for automotive. So I am up to date and current. Yes, absolutely. So you're learning from my person that has 4 decades. I know, not as old as dirt yet, but as old as a worm, they say. I don't know. I don't get it. So I'm sharing from my heart how to teach you to learn enough of the basic fundamentals of vehicle ownership that will save you thousands of dollars. If you just grab hold of my coattails, you're going to always learn the 5 things. And that's what we are training our viewers on our YouTube channel is, I'm not building muscle cars and, well, we are, but it's for a different reason. Our hope is and our vision is to reach out and help as many people as we can that need a hand up, not a handout. So we would like to be able to give away a muscle car every single year through our YouTube channel. But our YouTube channel, all the videos are designed, you see me doing the work and explaining it along the way in simple terms so that you can grasp what it is, the part, where it is on your automobile, what it does, so its function, and how it breaks, and what you could have learned to prevent that breakage from happening and costing yourself a lot of money. So those are the 5 things you'll learn on our YouTube channel and right here on iHeartRadio and all the platforms, Spotify, Amazon, and everything else. So wherever you pull your podcast from, you want to find us, type in the search box Car Connection Workshop and tap in and grab hold of my coattails. And I'll tell you what, that we can, it's a brand new year and we can turn things around. Before we get started, a couple of housekeeping things. We want to make sure we give thanks to our sponsors that help to keep us going as we rebuild and reach millions of people, not hundreds of people. And that's what makes the difference. We always tie ourselves in with a nonprofit, faith-based organization that needs our help to get the word out there, what they do, what they do, how they do it, and where they're doing it to change lives one at a time in the entire Niagara region. That's the whole idea behind us working with our YouTube channel to raffle off a muscle car one a year, one per year, is take out the basic costs to create that muscle car and apply that to getting another one and build another one. But the proceeds of the ticket sales and the raffle to raffle that vehicle off would go to a faith-based nonprofit organization that is working to help people, all age groups, from small humans to big humans, seniors, widows, you name it, to give them a hand up. That's where the proceeds will go, in our own backyard. Right on. Crystal Ridge Dream Center is our faith-based nonprofit organization that we started working with in 2025 and looking forward to continuing to help them into 2026. They put meals out the door every Tuesday and Friday, and I'm told just before the holiday season arrived, over 200 meals every Tuesday and Friday now, and they get no government funding whatsoever. So in a times when community support is crucial, Crystal Ridge Dream Center shines as a beacon of compassion and transformation. Located at 385 Derby Drive in the heart of Crystal Beach, they're looking after men, women, young adults, children, meals, love, and hope, changing lives one at a time in the Niagara region. And you too can come alongside and be a part of that community and help with a donation. They can certainly use grocery cards, gift cards, and also time. If you've got some time, you want to put some donate some of your time into something that's really, really good into the community, this would be it. Absolutely. You can find all our program partners on the homepage of our website at carconnectionbusinessnetwork.com. City Auto Sales and Leasing, providing low mileage quality vehicles at fair prices. Earl and Louise Grant, they're car guys. They've been in the business for 25 years, making sure that people get a quality, top quality vehicle. They sell no junk there. They also offer in-house financing, and that's how they've earned Greater Toronto Area's premier pre-owned auto store title. Very humble couple. Just spoke to them the other day, and they're having a little time out right now, but they're there for you. They have a fairly decent inventory under roof and outside. If you don't find the vehicle you're looking for, let them know. They have 20 plus years of resources to find those low mileage, top quality vehicles. You can buy a vehicle with confidence and be treated with nothing less than honesty and integrity. That's City Auto Sales and Leasing. Rainbow Motors, a garage in Scarborough, Ontario, Canada, is run by the brothers, Rita and Ramiz Shanuda. Great team up there. You can buy something off their lot. Again, if you're in that area, you're looking for a vehicle specific, let Rita and Ramiz Shanuda know what you're looking for. Let them do the legwork. Let them pick that automobile for you. Sales and service you can trust to all years, makes, and models, up to and including light commercial vehicles. Rainbow Motors, a garage, sales and service you can trust in Scarborough, Ontario, Canada. Car Connection also brought to you by our certified financial planning professionals, Tony Miele and Larry Tetro. Combined have 50 years experience as fiduciaries and they work with IG Wealth Management. They can help you with something that you already have invested, say investments with the bank, and you really need to sit down and get that, what we call the complimentary hour and a coffee discovery meeting, because you're not making any money. The banks are making money on your money, and then they give you the Ziploc bag and go, this is your share. That's not right. So you've got to take the bull by the horns, get it out of there like a lot of my friends have, and now they're making money while they're sleeping. They're very happy. They help to design a debt retirement program so the debt dragon's not beating you in the head with his tail anymore. Estate planning, wills, powers of attorney, that's not something you do from a cake mix will. You know what I'm talking about. The packet. Yeah. Because if you read it all the way through, it will say you need to have an attorney check this. Exactly. You need a proper estate plan, including wills, powers of attorney, to lock your estate down tight so that your final wishes are taken seriously. Mortgages and more. Life insurance, critical illness insurance. I have all that. Tony and Larry are like brothers from other mothers. I've known them both for well over 20 years. We included them in our radio program. They will be on with us once a month, answer questions, and be there to guide you through what seems to be heavy navigational moments where if you're still finding you're getting the same results every single year, you're not moving forward with your finances, you're arguing with your spouse about it, intense moments of fellowship, please listen to me. If I could put you in my head for 30 seconds, you'd probably need counseling for a few years, but you would understand what I'm telling you. Connect with Tony Miele or Larry Tetro. They're available to you on our website. Just click, open their profile page, and connect and book your hour and a coffee. Get your questions answered by those who have the fruit on the tree. They don't need any more clients, these two fellas, at all. But their promise to us in 2007 when they joined our radio broadcast was that they wanted to help the listeners. So because you know me and I'm well connected with them, we want to help. They want to help, and I want to help people get out of debt, stay out of debt, build a solid financial future for yourself with, ready for it, a plan on how to get there. And again, as my professor would say, don't take advice from anyone who's not standing where you want to be. So book that hour and a coffee. It's not a sales thing. There's no sales, no condemnation. You know what's going to happen? You're going to get your life in order, and you're going to have a lot of pressure off. And you know what? Your honey's going to be super happy with you, fellas. So I always like to mention, if he won't do it, ladies, you do it. But the point is, someone book that hour and a coffee, that discovery meeting by Zoom, phone, in the office, in their office, at a coffee shop, in your home, whatever you're comfortable with. But here's the deal. You got to lay all the cards on the table. Don't hold back anything. 110% honesty. If you want the fellas to help you, everything has to be on the table. Everything. And don't just book and kick tires or book and then cancel, because they don't need that. They're here to help those who are ready. As my professor would say, motor mouth. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Exactly. So take advantage of that. I really mean that. Take advantage of that. It's a brand new year. We're into day 2 of 365 days of 2026. Get things turned around. Procrastination is an absolute death gargle to everything you want to accomplish. Your goals, your dreams, you're not going to get there. You're absolutely not going to get there if you're running the same play that you did in 2025 and the last 10 years. What's going to change? Nothing. Just saying, nothing's going to change. It's going to be the same old, same old. I've already heard that from people already. I go, oh, so what? What are your goals and dreams for 2026? Oh, I don't bother anymore. Why bother setting yourself up for failure? They go, okay, all right, I got to go get a cup of coffee. Thank you to Niagara Block at 5000 Montrose Road, Niagara Falls. They've been busy building Canada since 1931, providing building supplies and hardscape landscaping materials to help you create that backyard oasis, that getaway that you've always wanted to have. Get on their radar now and start talking with them and get a landscaper lined up because the good ones are busy. I waited 2 years for a landscaper that I saw their work. They do a lot of work in Niagara on the Lake, and I'm like, that's the team I want. And it was well worth the wait to work with people that have you in mind, not what they think, you in mind to create that beautiful backyard oasis. So check in with them. Customer service like no other. And thank you to Total Freedom Darien Center, New York, and Total Freedom Sydney, Manitoba, Canada. That's a men-only campus. And both campuses are to help those who are struggling with addictions to break free. And it's early in a brand new year, a do-over. Your new life awaits you. It does. You've got to make that decision to, you know what, today's the day. Connect with them. We want to thank Total Freedom for putting together our merch store through one of the companies that they run on the campus. They have businesses they've set up running on the campus. Why? Because we don't like to call it a program, but when someone who's going through an addiction gets to a level where that now they need to start working back into the real world, they give them working positions to help them. They get paid, and the money is monitored, and now they're being trained to get back into work, get back on your feet, manage a bank account, be responsible for your finances, and that's how they get them in the door and out the door. And it doesn't happen overnight. It is a process. It's a process. So Freedom Expressions is one of the businesses they run. It started off as a t-shirt business. And why do they run those businesses as well? They're profitable, and it helps for everyone, whether they can afford to get onto a campus and deal with their addiction. They turn no one down. That's how they're able to do it, through donations and becoming self-sufficient. So when you buy our Car Connection merch and be part of our Motormouth team from our website, you're donating directly to Total Freedom to make that person that cannot afford to be there because of finances, get them there. It gets them there, and the change happens. So thank you to all those businesses that have been a part of Car Connection for so many years, standing behind us and encouraging us as we move forward with Car Connection Next Generation 2.0. All right, let's jump right in this morning. First and foremost, make sure that your driving partner, if you have someone with you in the jump seat, give them the crayons, the 16-pack of Crayola, and we've decided that in the Car Connection workshop that the leaf bag is the ultimate memo pad. Yeah, fold it up, and then you can just keep writing and unfold it and fold it and unfold it and fold it, and you can get everything captured that you want. So let's jump in. You can always listen and re-listen in our iHeart account. That's where today's program, this is series 1, episode 50 already. Yeah, we're on the air here 6 days a week because that's what it takes to help you move forward into a new year and get a great understanding of the basic fundamentals of vehicle ownership. And when you want to know what is the moment when you call it your car. I used to have to do this with people when I worked for one of the European car manufacturers in Canada, was have to tell people, there's a point where it becomes your car. Yeah, not the dealership, not the manufacturer, not the engineer, not the line people. that put it together. No, it becomes yours. You know when that point is? When you get the key. Yeah, there's stuff covered under warranty, but if this is going to be your car and you're not turning it in 3 years, and we already did a show on leasing versus buying, if you haven't listened to that, you need to listen to it because it will tune you up big time. Leasing versus buying. The moment you get the keys, if you're saying, I'm purchasing this, I'm keeping it as long as I can, it's vehicle ownership. But if you're leasing it and dumping it in 3 years, just go back and listen to that podcast that I did, leasing versus buying, before you sign on the dotted line, because your eyes are going to be made to be wide open, folks. There's things you had better know before you just sign on the dotted line and go, yeah, I can afford to make that payment. Yeah. You don't get to drive it for whatever the term is of the lease like you stole it and just go, here's your car. Sorry about it's a little dirty and banged up a little bit. And yeah, you're going to need some tires and some brakes. Oh, yeah, and I can't remember the last time I changed the oil. Yeah, you aren't able to do that. Okay, so we got the memo thing taken care of. How about our morning coffee together? I call it our morning swiggy. So whatever beverage you have, that's your morning wake-up call. Let's count it down. 3, 2, 1. Have a swiggy together. 3, 2, 1. I'm liking that this morning. Yes. Yes. Plus yes. All right, let's jump in. 5 common mistakes that's costing drivers thousands of dollars in needless repairs every single year. And then coming up, I have 7 maintenance red flags to check before you throw your money down and buy that pre-owned vehicle. Talking about pre-owned. Used. I like to call them pre-owned. You know what? Which vehicles I call used? Somebody else's pile of junk. That's what I call used. Oh, yeah. Used and very much abused. And I used to get my hands on those all the time by accident when we had our automotive shop on the Hamilton Mountain for 11 years, Jenkins Automotive and Repairs. People just go, you know what, no, we're not going to throw the money into that old thing. We're going to get our son or daughter and something else. So they go, do you want it? Take it off our hands. I go, if you don't want it, they'd sign over the ownership. Sometimes I'd pay I'd go, look, I got to give you some money for it. I'd say, you know what, $500 be okay? Boom. And I started to call them my $500 babies, because what I would do was I already knew the vehicle because I was working on it. Basically pull the file and look at the history and get refamiliarized with it and go, you know what, we can rescue this thing. So I'd take it all apart inside, clean it, detail it, do any mechanicals that needed to be done, take care of the outside aesthetics of the car. The people that dropped it off, and I would never take it for free. I'd always offer them something. I mean, if they's looking at you and give you stink eye going, I said nothing. Zero. You don't, just take it off our hands. And it's like, okay, all right. But I usually get them a gift card or, like Tim Hortons or whatever your favorite drive-through is. So that, they just flash the card and get the coffee. They'd come back in, they go, is that's not our car, is it? I go, yeah. Oh my gosh, what happened to it? I go, I did. I was the happener to it. Thing looks amazing inside now. And I go, yeah, it's ready for somebody else. Well, I'd give that to my son or daughter, but we just bought them something else. I go, well, this is what it takes. And so those $500 beauties became a great way for my clients at the shop to get a vehicle for a son or daughter going to school or going to work. And you're not socking a ton of money down. And that's another topic for another time is we're going to talk about that, getting your son or daughter a vehicle and what that looks like. Who's in charge of the maintenance? Do they have any skin in the game on it? Mm-hmm. Because I can tell you story after story where when the son or daughter is with their friends, yeah, that halo is tarnished. Your little angel has black wings. Yeah, comes out every time. Yep, they don't have any skin in the game. It's your car. And if it breaks, it's your wallet. We're going to talk about that. All right, let's jump in. First of all, it's what I'm talking about this morning is a complete mindset. It is. You have to look at your automobile and go, could I do without my vehicle for 30 days or 2 days or 4 days? For some people, 5 hours is like dramatic. I kid you not. The drama would be like, that's going to be done today. Like they call and call and call and call. And finally, we just say, please don't call, because the more times you pull the tech off the floor, that's if they're working on your car, you're paying for minutes to talk to them on the phone. That's your money. Oh, so he doesn't like punch off while I'm wasting his time for 20 minutes on the phone. Correct. You're paying. So how many times do you want me to pull him off the job? So I had a receptionist that her job was to keep us all away from the phone unless it was an emergency, so that we're spending the minutes that you're paying us for on your vehicle. Exactly. So the mindset is this. Number one, out of the 5 common maintenance mistakes that's costing you thousands of dollars. LOM. We used to call it L of M. I'd say to Jimbo, how bad's the car? He goes, LOM. And what that meant was there was a list. It came in for one thing, but you're just standing there looking at it and going, oh my, oh wow. Well, ain't that a pip? That's going to cost. The list gets longer and longer and longer. And then I have to make the call and say, yeah, I know you came in for this, but here's what else is going on. If you've got a few moments, slide down here. We can do show and tell. And I really enjoy doing that, because then, you know what, you get to see what we see. But in today's world now, what's fantastic with technology is we can video that, send it right over to you. Take pictures, send it right over to you. So we can continue to do what we do, and that is to fix the car up, get it back to you as quick as possible. So that is the segue into L of M, lack of maintenance. And that's exactly what I just reported to you. Is you bring it in for one thing, and then we're not even really looking, but we're seeing stuff going on and marking it down, because that's our job as a tech that's looking out for you and trying to keep your vehicle running for you so that you don't come in on a flatbed and you're not losing time off work. Is we'd create the list and go over the list with you. Say, I know you came in for this, but FYI, we've got some things here that need to be brought to your attention. And, no matter how we would deliver that message to you, we're still the stink master, right? Yeah. It's not our car. And I'd have to have this conversation with you as well. It's not my car. I'm not the engineer. I didn't design, build, and manufacture and drop these vehicles off at the dealership where you bought it. No. I'm the guy that's got to fix what you bought. And lack of maintenance is costing you all thousands of dollars in repair work that could have been, most of the time, a little thing has now gotten to a big thing. So you've turned a shrub problem into a tree. Now it's going to cost you. Yeah, I hope you understand that. Because a lot of times, if we have the opportunity to look your car over, those are the best maintained vehicles on the planet. That's why when customers say, you know what, I don't want to put any more money into this whole thing, I'm going to get my son or daughter something newer. can you take it off our hands? Yeah, absolutely. Why? Because I knew the vehicle. I had a relationship with the family and the car. I know it. And I'm going, this thing still can go a long way because they've been doing the maintenance. But now, now they're calling it, saying, that's it. It's getting too old. We want to move it out. And to me, that's like, oh, those make the best cars. I'm telling you, the best. Number two, keep this in mind. This is all a mindset. You have got to change your mind about how you look at your automobile. As I mentioned, 4 days down. I just had a conversation just back in the fall. Both vehicles in their household down for 2 weeks. They were freaking out. I'm like, it can happen. Can't get parts. You can't, it's a challenge right now with the way the economy is and all this tariff garbage going on. Sourcing parts. It's not like ordering a pizza. You got 21 pizza places in less than 2 kilometers. Yeah, no problem. It's there. Not with the parts anymore. We spend time resourcing parts now as service techs. Number two, having the mindset. Here it is, babies. I'm unloading it on you. Hang on. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Pull that 5-point harness tighter. Yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That mindset is costing you thousands and thousands of dollars. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, there's stages of term broke. When we're looking your vehicle over, and I want to say this, make sure that you have a trained, licensed, qualified service technician doing your oil change service, because that's a full service. And we had a couple of categories for that. We had oil change service 1, and what was included in that oil change service, and then full service, which was the full Monty, the package. Nothing got missed. And 99% of our clients, I want the full service. They want to know. They want it. That's what we taught them. We only had 500 steady clients. That's all I could manage at the shop. We didn't have 21 service bays to look after, but we were busy. We were a busy shop because we were teaching preventative maintenance. Stay on it. And we're going to get there in a few moments. So hang on. So the fix it, if it ain't broke, don't fix it attitude. Your vehicle is one of the worst vehicles as far as maintenance goes on the planet, period. Because when we do get a chance to look it over, the list is super ginormous. Stuff that's starting to go wrong, stuff that has been going wrong for quite a while, and stuff that's like, I wouldn't take that thing to the corner store and back. Exactly. Costing you thousands of dollars. And just a real quick story. You have a 99 Honda Civic DX 2-door hatchback that was purchased brand new by a loyal Car Connection listener that listened to our live call-in automotive program for 26 years. And I get a note, an email. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of my car. Are you interested? Yes, times yes, plus yes, divided by yes, equals yes. And with it came a great big folder of all the service and repairs and maintenance done to that car. And I knew that was the case. And that's why I said, yes, I'll take that. Please and thank you. And give it a good home. And it's had a good home ever since. We're at 300,000. Yeah, and more. And it still runs like a Swiss watch. Maintenance is all up to date. Car is clean and spotless inside. Outside, we got a little cosmetic ditties happening at the back, which is common for Hondas. And I've been lacing it down with additional anti-rust sauce, and it's holding it at bay, but it needs to, both sides need to be corrected, and then the car is 100%. And it's been rust-proof. The lady has done everything to that vehicle that I talked about on the air, to preventative maintenance to keep that car going for that amount of mileage. And it's going to make it to the 600,000 kilometer club, the 600K club. Yeah. So that's why I bought it. I knew it had been purchased new, one owner, and I knew that the person was following the maintenances I would talk about on the radio right to the nut, including annual rust proof. And I'll tell you, that car is so gooey. Yeah, you could get stuck to it underneath, and no one would ever come and look for you. Number 3, another mindset. You've got every Tom, Dick, and Harry working on your car. You go here, flavor of the month. Oh, they ticked me off. I'm going over there, flavor of the month. Oh, I heard there's a deal over there. I'm going over there. Oh, that really wasn't a deal. I think it's better over there. Those cars, I would not touch with a 10-foot disinfected pole. Why? Because they are completely, my term, bastardized, destroyed. No one's really gotten to know you as a customer. No one's really gotten to know your car as the client. And they're just junk. You can look at them and go, as a tech, I'd look at it and go like where do you start? Like, that's freaking overwhelming. Stuff's been worked on, not put back together right. Bolts missing, fasteners missing. Yeah, we took it apart, but we didn't decide to put all the brackets and stuff to prevent wire harness and coolant hose issues. And yeah, you did put some of the bolts back in the alternator, but not all of them. Yeah, because the tough one that's hard to get at, that you can hardly see, oh, they don't need that. Make a wish, throw it over your right shoulder. You need to establish a working relationship with the shop, with the shop owner, and the service techs and the service advisors. That is worth gold to you to keep your car in top drawer condition. If you float around from shop to shop to shop to shop to shop, I turn those people away. I just go, you know what? I don't have the time to touch this. Because here's what would happen. Tom, Dick, and Harry have been messing up your car for quite a while, but you think you were getting a deal. Oh, you were getting a deal, all right. Yeah, you were getting a deal. Now, everything that Tom, Dick, and Harry did on your car has to be redone to top drawer standards. So did you save any money? Nope. You wasted thousands to have Tom, Dick, and Harry screw your car up for you. Yeah, that's what happens. So I generally, I wouldn't even bring the car in the shop. I just go, let me get my jacket. I'll come out and have a look. And I'd look around under the hood and I'm going, Tom, Dick, and Harry's been here. I go, I'm sorry, but you know what? I don't have time to fix all that up. And if you take it in, here's what happens to us. The moment we touch it, we own everything that Tom, Dick, and Harry did to screw your car up. We own it. So I say, you know what? You're better off going back to see whoever did this artwork here and get them to fix it. Because you can't afford me. That's what I'd say. You can't afford me. Because for me to fix all this, I charge by the hour. That means start the clock, stop the clock, pay the bill. Oh, like, can't give me a price on it? I go, start the clock, stop the clock, pay the bill. Said, so it's better off, you go back and see whatever Tom did, whatever Dick did, whatever Harry did, and get them to fix their stuff for you. Okay? Was the best way for me to manage that, because as soon as I touch it, you touch, you buy. That's it. All right, number 4. of the five. If you're just joining us, you can re-listen to this later, but this is one worthy of your time. 5 common maintenance mistakes costing drivers thousands. We're going to wrap this up very quickly here. Number 4, no tire rotations. And here's what I hear for a long time. Well, why do I need to do that? Aren't they going to stay on where they're at? I go, yeah. If you want to get the mileage out of the tires, you need to rotate them. When you take them off and move them, it's usually side to side because tires are rotational. And that way we can even out the tire service and you'll get a lot more mileage out of those tires. And at the same time, we can just have a peekaboo and make sure that everything looks good in the brakes, suspension, and steering. We see any weirdness going on, maybe in a half shaft, axle shaft, the CV boot split open or starting to split open, boom. We can catch that before it turns into an exploded drive shaft, ruining the inboard bearings and everything and seals on your transmission. Yeah, cause and effect. So tire rotations, every other oil change, period. Regardless what the dude or dudette says, because we're hearing lots of, oh, you really don't need to do that. Yeah, you do. You do. You need to say, I want my tires rotated and tire pressures checked. Exactly. And last but not least, number 5. Monitored systems cost me money. That's what I've heard for almost 40 years. When service lights started to come out, people were like excited and at first, oh, my car's telling me what's wrong with it. No, it's letting you know and something's wrong with it. But now we have a lot of monitored systems than we ever had before. And what does that mean? You're going to have to put up with service lights. Service lights come on. The money light is what I hear people saying. That's not my language. The money light is on. What's this going to cost me? And people are like all over you. As a service tech, you're standing there and your hair is being blown back. My money light is on. Get it? I'm like, okay. Does that mean you're going to stop spitting on me? Good. I have no idea why it's on. But here's the thing. Even though the car starts, service lights on, doesn't mean everything's good. It does not. What it means is something is not operating to manufacturer's specs. We need to find out what that is before cause and effect happens. Stop something else from happening or a few other happenings along with that that's costing you a lot of money. If we had got after the service light when it came on and get in there and see what's going on. There is no little tester, you plug it in and it tells you what's going on. No, it gives you information. Now you need to unload that information and break it out and do some pinpoint testing to determine the causal component that has flagged the service light, flagged the computers and saying, I'm out of spec. Sucks to be me right now. But I'm telling you, something's going on, ECM. Something's going on here. You better put the light on. Bam. That's what that's all about. And again, it's a mindset. TPMS lights flashing in the dash telling you your right rear tire's got a problem. Oh, just keep driving. Keep driving to what? The tire's coming off the rim like this guy in a Cadillac Escalade a couple of weeks ago. The tire was off the rim. I heard him coming, this noise coming down the street, and I was outside and going, what the stink is that? And I see him coming along the road, and the tire's off the rim. It's tore open, and it's ripping parts of the fender off. It was a Cadillac Escalade. Do you think it has tire pressure monitoring system? Yeah, it absolutely does. Was he not kind of paying attention to the right front wheel should definitely be flagged on the TPMS and flashing going, dude, the tire's down. Yeah, it had to have been telling him for a long time that the right front tire was cutting down. It was losing air. But did we pay attention to it? No. No, just keep driving. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. That's what's happening. Thousands of dollars in maintenance mistakes. If that person in that Escalade had been paying real attention and noticing TPMS is flagging that right front tire's got an air quality problem or volume problem, we need to get to it. No. You know what he did? I can tell you. He drove it till it was completely flat, then kept driving it. I got to get home or I got to get to some help. And, the tire is ripping parts of the fender off. Do you think that costs less money to fix? Yeah, that circumstance right there happens all the time. Learn to prevent that from happening and paying attention to the service lights that can help us, not hurt us, help us. We've got this mindset that it's the money light. It's always the money light. Well, vehicles have to have maintenance, just like our own bodies. When we get lazy and complacent, we get fat and ugly and uglier maybe. Yeah. Cars are the same. When we don't maintain them and we don't do preventative maintenance, it sucks to be you because you're spending thousands and thousands of dollars. You're costing yourself more money than less money. And we're going to talk about that further as we get into the first quarter of 2026. You grab hold of my coattails and you follow me, just like that lady I bought her 1999 Honda Civic DX from. She did that. The car's mint condition. Didn't do it by itself. She understood that. And even in replacing it and getting a larger vehicle that would help her to accomplish the things she does day to day, has continued that pattern of maintenance. Guess what? That vehicle will be in great shape 10 years from now because of following the pattern, the SOP, standing operating procedures. Standard operating procedures. More of that next time. So stick around. I have coming up for you in the next podcast 7 maintenance red flags to check before you throw your money down and buy that pre-owned automobile. That's going to save you thousands. So till next time, you can visit our website, carconnectionbusinessnetwork.com. That is our biggest toolbox drawer that you can pull open where you can find all the information to connect with us. All our links are in the top right-hand corner. In fact, I was just checking the website yesterday, and I need our webmaster to take care of a few things that need some maintenance. So I noticed not all the links are up there, so my bad. I was just following the maintenance guy, so I've sent him an email already. We need to make sure we have everything up there. We have our YouTube and our iHeart, but I don't see Facebook, Instagram, Stevensville on the web.ca. And I see our merch store. So we'll get that tuned up right away, but I always put all the contacting information in the description box for every podcast and every single one of our YouTube videos, which we put 3 new ones out every single week. 2 for Tuesday, 1 every Friday. And thanks to Skippy, our videographer, for putting that together and making that happen. So till tomorrow morning, join us again for Motormouth's Morning Drive. We're a few minutes over this morning, but it's warranted when we're talking about things that are going to save you money heading into a brand new year. How would you like to give yourself a couple of $1,000 in raise money in 2026? Well, you better stick around and find out about our 30-day fuel saving challenge coming up in the first quarter of 2026. We're going to work together to help you put more money in your wallet. And then we're going to help you to decide what do you do with that as well. Till tomorrow morning, thanks for stopping by. Happy, healthy motoring and Happy New Year to all of you. Hope you rang it in good and hard because we need a good one. Amen. Yes, we do. We need a good one. Let this be the year for all of us. The best year ever. So bye for now. Put the coffee on. We're going to come to your house.